Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is just a voiceover of this video. This is like one of my first times ever playing this game, so there's not a lot of exciting stuff going on. It's just me and one other friend in here, just testing some things out. This is Exfil. It's kind of hard for me to sort of explain what type of game this is because this game has endless possibilities for what it can be. For now, is more focused around an extraction shooter. The game mode that is currently in the game of me releasing this video is there's 4 teams. You can have up to 32 players. So you can have 4 teams of 8. The game mode is there's a crashed helicopter and you've got to go to the crashed helicopter, get the intel from it, go to an extraction point, call in another helicopter, and then exfil. Or kill everybody on the other teams and win that way. Sort of like a battle royale kind of thing. You know, kill the last player or the last team standing wins. But it's also got the extraction side of things, so you can extract to win as well. This video is just to sort of let you guys know that this game is in early development. We have a small team. I say we as in the community, not me, we as in I'm a part of the team, but it's a small team that is working on this game. It's got play tests coming up very shortly as well from me recording this video. It's aiming to be about 3 to 4 weeks from now, I think. Don't quote me on it, don't hold me to it, but there is a play test coming up soon. Right now there is a handful of us who have access to be testing the game and making content on it and streaming it, just to sort of bring an audience to the game. There is a Discord. I'll try to remember to link the Discord in the description. But join the Discord. There's suggestion tabs and obviously you can ask questions and stuff in there. You can look at plans, future updates, and all that kind of stuff. But they have a suggestions tab to suggest things for the game. For an example, suggestion of different game modes like TDM, Search and Destroy, Free for All. They're not really aiming to make them a game mode that is going to be like the primary game mode to be played. They want to stick to the whole Exfil name and like the extraction side of things. So it's like they may add similar or a version of their own kind of versions of other game modes like Search and Destroy or Team Deathmatch, which it's sort of got that Team Deathmatch kind of vibe to it, because you can have a team of 8 people each, so 4 teams, 8 people each, 32 players. So, you know, but sort of a last player standing thing, like I said before, kind of like battle royale kind of thing. Sorry, but this game has a lot of potential. I don't write it off. Like I said, the footage you're watching right now is early game play. Like, it's still being worked on. Like, I don't think it's this map that we're watching now, but they have 4 maps at the moment, and one of the maps they have is like got a bit of a city to it. The buildings on all maps really, but they're quite empty. Like, there's no like real interior to them. But the city one, they've just started adding some interior to some of the big buildings, so they are working on, you know, making the game look more alive. The loadouts, you know, most of the guns only have 1-time scopes or iron sights. There is a DMR that has a 3-time scope. It's the only gun in the game at this present moment that has a magnified scope. They are working on more classes, like a sniper class, SMG classes, and all that kind of stuff. But for now, we're just running around with 1-times and a 3-times for the DMR. But like I said, they already in the works on adding things. There's heaps of stuff that they're trying to like work on and implement into the game right now. As you can see in this gameplay in the background, I'm like trying to find the helicopter for the crashed intel. I thought it was inside that red circle, there's a picture of a helicopter. I thought that's where the helicopter was, so I was like looking around trying to find it, but it's actually anywhere inside that red circle. So we end up finding the helicopter. It's like way further off, straight ahead from where I'm looking now, basically. Way further off that way. But the game mode, the one and only game mode that's in there right now, is actually pretty fun. It's a lot of fun when you've got like a big group of people playing. Like we had a game session one time where we had like 14 people. It was a lot of fun. We all had a blast. But like I said, there's a small team playing it, like creating the game, but there's also just a small handful of us who have gotten access to play this game. So I feel very privileged and thankful and grateful for this opportunity to get hands on and be able to be one of the few people sort of bringing content for this game. This is the first time I've really done a video like this, so don't hate on me too much. My mate just shot me. Don't hate on me too much. I sort of steered away from the YouTube content quite a while back. I'm just working all the time, you know, having a bit of family and all that kind of stuff. Just didn't have the time to edit, and I've never really been good of like planning like a voiceover kind of thing like this. This is all off the cuff, free speech. Like nothing's pre-planned or pre-recorded or pre-planned or nothing like that. Like this is all off the cuff. So just bringing it to you straight off the top of the dome and as raw and as honest as I possibly can. Like I am loving this game right now. It does have its faults. Like there are some things that definitely need to be worked on. Like especially from this footage here is like the first footage I ever recorded. The game has changed quite a lot since then. I forgot to put a scope on my gun at this point. There are already scopes in the game. I forgot to put it on my gun at this present point that we're watching. But they've added a lot of other things to it. Like at this time I was playing, there was no like you couldn't open doors and gates and all that kind of stuff. They've added all that stuff in now. As you've seen, like right at the beginning of this video, there was a drone. That drone is you've got to pick it up. You have to pick it up. You don't spawn with it. That's because they're trying to add like other like drones and other things to pick up. So when you load in with a team, you can pick up certain items to do certain things. Like for example, the drone that's in there right now is just a recon drone. It's just to scout out and look around. They're thinking about adding another drone that has a grenade that you can drop. So you fly it over somebody, drop the grenade, and try and, you know, torpedo it. But also like on the GPS, as you can see right now, down the bottom there's location and there's numbers. They're thinking about adding a mortar as well, possibly, that you can use coordinates to send a mortar and shoot mortars at people. There is a mortar system in the game right now where after you can set the time limit. If you're the host, you can set it to not at all, no mortars, or 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes or so. And then if you've got a full lobby of 32 players, after set the timer to like 5 minutes, after 5 minutes it randomly selects one person out of those 32 people to shoot mortars at. You've got a bit of a time limit, like time to move, so when you'll hear the mortars get shot, and then you've just got to run for a little bit, and the mortars will like land at that last location from when those mortar sounds went off. So you do have time to move away, and it's random, so it sort of stops people from camping and like pushes people to be moving around, it like keep their position somewhat exposed as well. So for example, you're hiding up in those trees and the mortar goes off and you start running so you don't get hit by them, like somebody could possibly see you. So it stops people from camping, which is really, really good. But yeah, so they randomly shoot at one person. So if you're in a 1v1, it's going to pick between the 1 or 2 people. If you're in a 32 player lobby, it's one of the 32 people. So it's got its own uniqueness to it, and it sort of pushes the PvP kind of side of things a little bit. But yeah, I'm trying to keep this as short as possible. Like, this is just a little rundown just to say, hey, this game is very much real and it is a lot of fun, and I'm excited to sort of bring more content for it. By the time you see this video, I'm more than likely live. Like, I'm live pretty much every single day. I'm from Australia, so be in mind that the time zone. Like, I'm live probably when you're in bed kind of thing, but, you know, if you're awake and you see me live, like, I'm live. You can ask me questions about this game. I am in constant contact with the team. Leave questions in the comments as well. I've already got a list of Q&A questions ready to go for when we do a Q&A, because they're planning on doing a Q&A when they do the next playtest, like I said, which is coming up very shortly, like within the next like 3 to 5 weeks, I think. So I've got a heap of questions ready to go, lined up, and I've probably already got answers to some of your questions. Like some of these things, like some of the questions I've already typed out, I already have answers to. For an example, the what do you call it? The looting side of things, like, you know, when you kill a player, you can pick up their magazines and stuff like that. You start off with 1 health stim, but you can pick up a second one. You can only carry 2, but if you kill a player, you can pick up their health stim, but you can't drop it. But they are implementing a way to be able to drop stuff for your teammates if they need it. So drop ammo, drop a meds pack, med stim, whatever you want to call it. Like, that's something I already know the answers to. But I've got all these questions to ask the team when we do the Q&A, because like I'm planning on making a big Q&A video with the team to bring out to you guys. So leave comments in the comment section about questions you may have had for the game. Jump into a live stream, ask me questions there about the game. Even if I'm playing something else, don't hesitate to ask me about Exfil. Like, I'm excited for this game. I'm having a lot of fun playing it, and I'm excited to like show it off and talk about it. So if you are also watching this video, it means you're obviously excited about it as well. Yeah, so just don't hesitate to follow, subscribe to the YouTube, I guess. Like, I don't know how often I'm going to be releasing content for this kind of game, but I thought there's not a lot of people releasing content for this game at this present moment. But yeah, hopefully the more people that show excitement and stuff like that, like, we can bring some more players to this very shortly. Like I said, they are doing a play test very shortly, but, you know, they're open to bringing more people into testing things as well. Obviously, we don't want to be releasing it to the public in a way that it makes people hate on the game because of how early development it is. So don't hate on it too early. This game has a lot of potential, and like I said, they are open to large amounts of suggestions for the game to sort of cater to everyone's different kind of play styles, kind of thing. You know, like I said, the mortars, you can turn them off if you don't like the mortars and you just want to go run around for an hour, 2 hours, and, you know, camp, and, you know, like, you can do that. So depending on what kind of game mode you want to be playing, if you want to play, like, there's no time limit to the game. There is a weather system, so the weather at this present moment like changes like every 10 minutes. So you could be in a sunny raid 1 minute, and then 10 minutes later it could start thunderstorming, or even it could even start going to snow. They do have snow maps, like a snow weather option, and the snow can be like light snow or blizzard. You know, you've also got light rain, heavy rain, thunderstorm. Like, the weather system they have is quite good. As you can see, I've just found the helicopter over here as well. Like I said, it's anywhere within that red circle. But I'm rambling a fair bit. Like I said, I'm sorry for the unconventional, like, you know, description of and explaining of this stuff here, but like, I have a live stream up on Exfil. You skip to like about an hour and 35 minutes, because the first hour and 30 minutes or so we were just testing things that need to be tested, and then we started playing a little bit more seriously. Not really seriously, but just playing an actual game, killing people, not running around like testing shit. But I've also released a sort of tutorial as well to sort of explain to you like how to understand this current game mode, because a couple of people who have played in the last playtest, like demo thing, they didn't enjoy it because they didn't know what they were doing. Like, there was no, like, they didn't know how to play the game, so they gave up on it. So I've released like a bit of a tutorial explaining how to play this game, basically. It's not the best tutorial, but it's probably the only one you're probably going to find. But yeah, but I do appreciate anybody who has stuck out to the end of this video. And if you have stuck out to the end of this video and listened to this, I want you to comment, I stuck it out. That lets me know that I didn't do too horrible of a job getting through this video. But yeah, I appreciate you. I appreciate any likes, comments, subscribes, or even follows on my Twitch. Like I said, I'm live on Twitch almost every day. But yeah, I appreciate you, and hopefully I'll see you guys in a stream or in the comment section or even in game very shortly. I am looking forward to seeing this game like blow up. Like, it's a lot of fun. And yeah, like I said, leave a comment saying you stuck it out, and I'll hopefully see you guys soon. Peace out.